into it. I've got a number of papers in front of us.
Okay, right, okay.
And unless anything has changed, we'll run you through the headlines and get into the details.
We'll get into the details.
All right, the Daily Democrat this morning says nothing but the truth. You and I will assess if that is the case. Mahama restores tour to power reset agenda. Also, from hospitals to prisons, Ghana Medical Trust Fund extends lifeline behind bars. And then we have cybersecurity experts declare war on scammers and fraudsters. And best believe they are finding some very interesting ways of trying to get into you and I's mobile money wallets. You have to be on guard. KNUST must turn innovation into enterprise. Dr. Julius Debra speaking. And the Rawlings Foundation, a pillar of legacy preservation and national commemoration, the custodian newspaper, fearless, fair, and reliable. My mission is to make DMB presidents in 2029. Chairman Odinoho Kweku Apia, he's speaking there. So that's his mission come 2029. Former Vice President
Dr. Baumia.
Dr. Baumia will...
Our flag bearer of the MPP.
That's right. He says he's going to do everything to make sure that he's our president. Okay, and you've got here, Dr. Baumia eulogizes late Yana, salutes new regents of Dagbon. Ghana is not safe under NDC. Minority leader decries attack on free speech and selective justice. Also, did you know, for those of you that like fried rice, Patrice, I know you like fried rice, jollof, a lot of rice dishes that go with chicken.
What have we done again?
Ghana spent 2.84 billion Ghana city, not million or billion, to import frozen chicken just last year.
And
I'm excited
and you
about
know
it.
rice, chicken, sugar, oil. We spend a lot of it. All of it takes 3 months to just produce. And we
Just
don't,
3 months.
And we don't do that. Yeah,
I'm excited about the figures. It's good. It's good for the country.
We don't do that.
I'm happy. I'm happy to know.
So
I'm
all
very
the
happy to know.
I mean,
congratulations to the state. I'm excited. This is good news.
Why are you excited about
This is good news.
travesty?
Yes.
2
Continue
points.
spending.
So almost 3 billion just to import frozen chicken.
Yes.
Some of the chicken doesn't even taste nice.
Helen, you know we attempted to do the Commander Sugar Factory. We don't produce a grain of sugar or a cube of sugar in this country.
Now, so
This is exciting.
But this morning, some big man who is supposed to have supervised that, he's stirring his tea
with the imported, then when you finish,
imported sugar.
And I'm excited
frozen
about this
chicken.
news. Congratulations
And
to
then
Ghana.
they
We
will,
are doing
they
good.
will cough it down, and then
We're
when they
doing
finish,
great.
they say, "Oh, Charlie, God bless Ghana." God bless Ghana, says.
How long have you been reading these statistics?
I mean,
How long? It's been going on since.
Yeah, but must we continue?
Good news.
Must we
I'm
continue?
excited. Look, let's continue. Minister of Finance, kindly finance all these bills, okay? Pay them. All those people who are importing. At the port, allow them to come in.
So wait,
Pay.
this
I'm
is
shocked
not
that Helen is shocked.
this is not direct government of Ghana funding. No, these are private individuals, because private individuals are the ones who.
But the
import the
private
chicken.
individuals sponsor
Hey.
the political parties.
It
You
drives
understand?
Ghana's what? Read it.
Oh, Patrice, they support the political parties. You know that.
Voila.
I'm just thinking about even the taste, the freshness. Why do we have to import so much frozen chicken?
Sometimes they taste the freshness. Helen, you travel.
Yes.
Patrice, you travel. Marina, you travel. We travel. When you taste the chicken out there, it's different. When we taste the one we have there, and yet,
What it means is that we have 3.65 billion Ghana cedis sitting somewhere that we have shipped out of the country to others.
That's what it means.
Yes, that's what we have shipped
That's
out.
why you are
Let's
you are
keep it up.
applauding
I'm
them.
applauding us. We are good. We're
Hip,
good at
hip,
doing all
hip.
these things. Yeah, hooray! Let me pop the champagne.
All right. Well, that story also extends to the Today newspaper. So, rice, chicken, drive Ghana's 36.5 billion Ghana cities
Import.
in 2025. It's
Again.
not good. It's not good. It's not good. Court seeks CJ warrant to sit in vacation after Tamaklo case stall. The twists and turns. It's something I know that's been trending over the weekend. EPA urges styrofoam ban after plastics found in human placenta. If you want to know what a human placenta is,
we should
it's
ask
a
Helen
whole-
Apia Mpofu,
No, for that initiated.
who has just given us a treasure in the world.
I'm telling you, you grow a whole new organ
Right.
during pregnancy, your placenta, and we're finding plastic in the placenta. I mean,
Thank God our baby doesn't have placenta in the plastic
it's
in the
not great.
placenta.
It's not great. This styrofoam ban, I know for us as a people, will probably face, not even probably, will face a lot of pushback because we want to eat in what we call pack. Everything pack. But we have banana leaves. We have all kinds
Absolutely,
of
you're
other
right about
Plantain
that,
leaves.
plantain leaves
Yeah,
that we
have,
can use to store our
killing
food
the flea
in.
and all those ones.
All of that. Do you know that every toothbrush that has ever been produced on this planet is probably still on this earth because it doesn't decay? That plastic, where does it go?
Absolutely.
It goes into the waterways. The fish are ingesting it. We're also ingesting their fish. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. Other places have been able to survive
My
without
good-
so much pack and stuff.
My good friends will say they don't chew pork, but Bristols come from pigs. I didn't say that.
Also on the front page of the Today newspaper, Mahama appeals for peace as late Yana's son is named regent.
All right, okay, let me do the news center this morning. That is my pick for the day, the newspaper of the day. News center has got a lot of great stories this morning. Jemfi calls for, Jemfi calls for diaspora-led investment in Africa. This happened in the UK. Has a picture of Gold Board CEO Sammy Jemfi. Fuel prices surge, biting consumers hard. The story is on page 10. And then NPP declares August 6 demo over rule of law concerns. Farmers who change from cocoa to other crops risk jail. And the banner headline says, auditors flag 648.6 million Ghana cedis NPA paid to RASL. This is without evidence of verified maintenance works done. The Ghanaian Point this morning says, don't rush. Qualified applications will be called soon. This is something coming from the National Security Coordinator assuring applicants. Vaco staff jubilate as Lands Minister clarifies company is not for sale. Assures government is seeking strategic investor. Who could that be? Johnny? Shall I throw in some more cash? Shall I?
No, not
With your
throwing.
powers
Anyway,
combined, hurry up.
the Inquisitor this morning says that poor service delivery, Delta Air in mess, makes passengers to Ghana stranded for days at JFK. Helen was not stranded, by the way. Shift from remittances to investments. Sami JFE to the African diaspora. Julius Deborah urges KNUSC to turn research into jobs. Senior doctor, now museum monuments approved gentleman, right?
What is it that you're driving at?
Oh, Julius Deborah's PhDs.
Yes.
Museums and
Yes. And monuments.
I didn't say anything bad.
No, you haven't said anything
Okay.
bad. But I mean, that is quite significant. That's a very serious thing
It's
that
okay.
I'm just trying
Why
to.
are we shouting together?
So what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
it's a good thing. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
saying is a
Oh
good
no,
thing.
Chief
Because I
was
just
that.
noticed that on the Daily
Yes.
Democrat, and I saw, Dr. Julius Deborah.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, I must have missed.
Yeah,
something.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it was
missed, you missed.
But you've been
last
away.
weekend. It's the
Why
weekend.
would you miss it? You have
The
been
weekend
away.
before.
So,
I think it was
Jobs
a
and
weekend before.
monuments
So
so
make
we
a
are
lot of
getting
money
back
for
to
people.
the point where you are being they are dealing with you at home. And yeah.
That's a
Our
good- that's a
daughter
good
is
thing.
doing something to you now that we are.
That's a very
It's
good
not
thing.
easy. It will be fine. Parliament approves landmark cocoa board reform. On the front page of the Informa newspaper, you have not arrived yet. Economist warns government as Ghanaians struggle to fuel economic recovery. Also, AGOSP therefore, Supreme Court applauded. A legal expert warns against AG overreach and protect your territory. Koku Anyidoho demands stronger quadrilles to save Ghana's journalism.
wow,
Koku
that's good.
Anyidoho. Okay. Appeal
I think
comes
I
verdict.
heard him. He was raising some concerns about sticking to accurate reporting and safeguarding media freedoms, amongst other things.
Koku
So,
Anyidoho.
yeah.
Okay.
I think he spoke to either Channel 1 or is it City? The same media
He
house.
says journalists have done what?
No, it's
He's
just
was
urging,
encouraging,
it's just
urging. Okay, it's just an
encouraging
This was what
accurate reportage.
This was what Kojo Ponkroma did. He tries to correct everybody's question.
Accurate reportage.
Okay, so I have some 3 others on
Relax. He tries to correct everybody's question, but he couldn't insist on his people doing the right thing.
Oh,
yeah. And
So,
then when he appeared before the vetting committee in Parliament for a second term, they asked him about ABC, media, blah, blah, blah. He couldn't answer the question. But he tries to correct all of us.
Oh, is that Koku? Or
No.
Kojo?
I said this was what Kojo did. But you have practiced longer than Kojo. And I practiced as equal as he has practiced.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're done with the papers, right?
No,
Relax. Are you fighting all of us?
Dame and Attorney General Locke Horns over Sedina Akwetal. Adjo Safo defies court battle, bids final farewell to Apostle Kwejo Safo. NPP takes fight to Mahama, announces nationwide democracy protest.
Adjo Safo went ahead with the film.
Yes.
But there was an injunction. Oh.
Well, so we held it, but she weren't.
You know, there's a fascinating way.
You have a law background.
All of that has been described.
Okay. Do the Times.
And you do the Daily Guide.
Okay.
There was an injunction.
Yes, so we can, after which I'll take us online for a review
Daily
of
Guide. Oh, no, you have to know. Let's listen to
No,
you.
ladies
Are you
first.
shocked at Adjo Safo's?
Not at all.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Okay.
Disclaimer held for you.
All right. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times this morning. TOR is back ready to champion energy security. You've got the President of the Republic pictured here on the front page. President Mahama is declaring UCC must train problem solvers, not rote learners. Sam Jonah also pictured here. And don't assent to tribunals bill. Minority leader urges president. You know that bill has been passed, as far as I'm aware, or is it still in the works?
I think it's still in the works.
Still in the works.
After its passage, it was brought back before the House because certain amendments had to be made to a specific provision. So what was passed had it that the Chief Justice was to make appointments to the regional tribunals.
Right.
Okay.
And then post the act passage in Parliament.
Yes, it was brought back and it was amended to make it the president. Right, so the president, in consultation with the Judicial Council, will make appointment to the regional tribunals.
But the Chief Justice is also a member of the
Judicial Council, yes. Right. So he will contribute towards affirming and deciding who the president should appoint. Then the Chief Justice is responsible for appointment to the district tribunal. So that was the changes that have been made. It will go through a cleaning process again before it will be ferried now to the president. So
I look forward
give or
to
take a week or two, perhaps.
Going back to Parliament, you know, this issue of tribunals is such a polarizing topic.
Very.
Those who think that it should be completely scrapped feel so deeply, and those who feel that it most certainly, has a place in our judicial system now more than ever. For those who say these slow wheels of justice, they feel as though the tribunals will help, but for the politicians, they think it's an opportunity for a bit of tit for tat. But I've got my own thoughts. I'm sure you do as well. I'm sure it's something we can also get into at some point because it's certainly going to go back in that conversation.
I mean, should the president assent to it, we'll resurrect the entire conversation
our history with
again.
Tribunals in this country has not been too exciting for many people, and many people have their pushback regarding why we should bring back tribunals, etc. We'll wait for the coming days.
Let's do that. Ghana records some 148 billion Ghana cedi trade surplus, and that is it for the front page. Okay, very quickly on the back page. 2 kois get license to cultivate cannabis. What is a koi? Okay, I'll find that out. But they've got the license to cultivate cannabis. I'm certain this is for medicinal purposes, not for mere, or shall I say, enjoyment. UMass GNFS inaugurate fire station to boost campus security. All right.
Okay, Daily Guide this morning says, move beyond remittance to investments. Gold Board CEO to diasporas. UCC must produce job-ready graduates. This is by Sam Jonah. Say Sam Jonah. Tribunals are kangaroo courts, minority leader says. It's got a picture of Alexander Afenyo-Markin. And Dame criticizes Sedina Tamaklo's acquittal. Man jailed 10 years for defiling stepdaughter, also on the front page of the Daily Guide. And Kampukuya Na Yakubu Abukari and skinned Dagmar Regent. So that is the Daily Guide for this morning.
Online now, or there's, I think the Daily Guide.
The Informer is here.
The graphic is not here.
The graphic, you know.
Okay, so the Informer then.
So let's do the Informer, then you can go handle the graphic. You have not yet arrived. No, I think this has been read.
Yeah.
I think this has been dealt with by, yeah.
Right.
So
let me take you online. 3news.com. Appointment to local governance level should be a thing of the past. Oko Vanderpoel is saying this. That's the former Accra mayor, right? No term limit for elected DCs. Let the people decide through votes. He's here again. 15 suspected illegal miners arrested near Sanso School. President Mahama commissions refurbished Tema Oil Refinery crude distillation unit. Ghana Police recruitment validation ongoing. Medically fit applicants still under consideration. NigeriaOnline.com this morning. Fuel prices could change daily as bulk oil distributors abandon fixed pricing module. Political parties should move towards open primaries to deepen internal democracy. Professor Kwesi Prempeh, when they come for you, send them to me. Sam Jonah's message to new UCC Vice Chancellor. A university waiting for government money is planning its own funeral. Sam Jonah. Court saved Ghana referendum cost by striking down delegate system. Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh is saying this, and Samuel Uku questions government over fresh fuel price hikes, demands answers on levy promise. City Newsroom, stop speaking negatively about Ghana, believe in its future. President Mahama is saying this. ISA questions cost of fiscal stabilization as CAPEX capital expenditure misses target by 41%. ECG announces planned power outages in part of Volta OT. Mountain of evidence was ignored. Tiayeboa criticizes Sedina acquittal and fire sweeps through girls' dormitory at Wa Islamic SHS. Ghana Web, Asiedun Ketia explains why he is pained after Wuntumi's jailing.
Aye.
That's interesting.
Okay. He says he's pained.
I'll get details of that.
Yeah.
Akufo-Addo fingered in blame game over Wuntumi's conviction. Know the forbidden delicacies at Menchia Palace kitchen. 2 die in fatal crash at Dompoase. And at Tamils change my leadership approach. Wejak Bawi MP. And do share your thoughts with us just quickly as well via WhatsApp number 053 220 0927 053 220 0927. Perhaps what I want to start off with is Sedun Ketia say he's pained us to Wuntumi's jailing. That story is on
Ghana Web.
Ghana Web, right?
Okay.
So the national chair of the NDC, Johnson Sedun Ketia, stated that he is pained that the Ashanti regional chair of the NPP, Bernardine Chiboesiako, known popularly as Chairman Wuntumi, will no longer be able to become the NPP's national chairman. Oh, okay. According to him, his sadness over Wuntumi's 20-year sentence stems solely from the fact that it has effectively ended his chances of contesting for the NPP national chairmanship position. An outcome he believes would have made it easier for the NDC to win future elections.
So you see the drill.
I think they call this one a backhanded compliment, isn't it? What is he saying? That if Chairman Wuntumi had that national chairmanship role, what, because of his persona,
Well,
it wouldn't endure to the benefit
it would have
of the
inured
NPP.
to the NDC, right? And now that he's not there to be listened, Helen, there's a special message for you though. It says it's great to have you back, and that they miss you repeating Wuntumi's cry when he was arrested.
What did he even say?
Oh!
I mean, I must say, I have been, following what's been going on, and 20 years behind bars. It's
Today we should dedicate like special 20 minutes for you to react to all of the stories that have happened while you were away, because I would love to hear your thoughts on some of them.
Some of them. I mean, what have been some of the biggest things that have transpired?
To me, jailing, I think, top of the list.
You know, when he was initially, this was sometime last year, when he had been picked up by, who was he picked up by last year?
Iyoko, and then there was national security which surrounded his home. And
yes, he was in the grips of Iyoko, and they said he wasn't eating much. He said he was eating 4 boiled eggs today, tomorrow 2 boiled. And I know the prison food is not good. You know, Agrada has been online sharing how difficult it is to go behind bars. And I think that message, we should cut it so that everybody listening, if you want to go and commit a crime today, listen to what Agrada says. She said it's not easy. The way they'll wake you up in the morning. Ghana prison.
Yeah, prison is not easy. I've visited that place a couple of times. I was a prisons ambassador when.
I thought you were going to say you were a prisoner.
Oh no.
Just clear it up. You are not a prisoner.
Prisoner, they are no shikakra.
I was a prisoner a few days. Anytime you enter that place, you're a prisoner until you get out.
Okay.
Because everything in there is what you experience.
Okay.
So when I got in there, I was like, how deplorable. How deplorable. And it's very dehumanizing for you to see that for some people, they are not there because they've committed any heinous crime. They are just there because they've been on remand.
For years.
Yeah, dockets have been missing, so they are just in there, or there's nobody coming further to pursue the case, or they don't have funding to pursue their case. So it was a mixed bag of people in there, much as there were criminals in there. So what you said makes a lot of sense. Be very mindful and careful the decisions that you take today, because tomorrow, if you walk in there, you would be lumped together with all those other people who are terrible criminals. But then the state of our prisons is not too good, and I've never seen or heard anybody come up with the idea that, okay, let me follow the Danish principle of correctional institutions, where people even go there and feel like they are living better than their homes. What it is that we always give it that name that is a correctional institution, but it is not. When you go in there, people lay in, and I am telling you literally, as sardines. Head here, yes, like they are packed. They are packed. Their bathrooms terrible. Food that they eat bad.
What kind of food? What kind of food are they eating over
there? So the
there?
food they eat is the regular things that you see. Maybe people eat on dormitories and all this kind of thing. So the kenke, the banku, and all those things. But they are not prepared under hygienic conditions, because all goes in for everybody. You know, we don't have places where somebody can just go and say, I want to purchase rice properly cooked, I want to eat omutu, I want to eat fufu, I want to eat. No, it is a prisoner's food. It's like we are teaching you the rigors of what happens to a personality when they decide to go awry, they do things that are not in line with law. But it is wrong. Not everybody in there. Maybe, so for example, there was a guy that we spoke to. What happened? So he had been given money to purchase a house for someone. And he gave the money to somebody he thought, who said he represented the owner of the house.
Right.
For him, he had done his background check. Only for the matter to turn out that the person who was claiming that he was the owner was not, because there was a matter that had gone to the courts and the ownership had changed. He claimed he asked around and everybody said, oh, the house belongs to Helen. I mean, everybody knows. But apparently, it had changed to Mawina.
Okay.
So he had to pay back the monies. He was trying to arrange, but then the point is that he's there. And it was a very decent, exactly.
Oh my God.
So for somebody like that, you would expect that he needs not be treated as though he's somebody who's going to kill,
together
that kind of thing.
With persons who committed heinous crimes and all of that.
You see, every time we speak to issues as though, oh, this ought to be what should the situation must be in the country. But nobody's taking the steps to. I'm yet to see somebody say that, or a group of people say that we've come together, we've put up a proper correctional institution.
I think the Pentecost Church put up a modern prison facility.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly where it's stationed, but the Pentecost Church they built a facility
windows,
and handed it over to the prison
But
service.
I mean, Patrice, how do we even begin to address something like that when, for even those of us who are not prisoners, we can't even see our how far? Where do we even start? For those of us who have our liberties, you know, we're trying to eat better, live better.
Yeah.
It's like on the scale of priorities, I can see how that issue, you know, falls down the ladder, because some of the other priorities we haven't even been able to see our matter top.
So you see the NPP is going on a demonstration. They are saying what? The rule of law, justice turned upside down, Kojo upon Nkrumah, and so on and so forth. But so this is the point. So it is just possible that the justice system may not get it correct. I watch the investigative channel a lot, and sometimes they tell you that this person was sentenced to 70 years, 40 years. It turned out that the person was not the one who committed the crime.
That's right.
So my point is that do not see everybody or categorize them or profile them as the same. You get it? So it is just possible that somebody may be there. It doesn't mean that you need to cut off the person or clip the person's wings, cut off their toes, everything.
Like they are not a human anymore.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that's what our prisons are.
Yes, but we should have the prisons that deal with these criminals, crack ones, the Atayis, the murderers, the armed robbers, and all those things. It must be there for them if it is proven. Because, for example, there was something that happened at Adabraka or this, you get to see the person.
So like a maximum security
prison,
like how you have in other jurisdictions.
You should have that one for those people. And then those who like just regular, normal issues that you and I
think we have in Sawam maximum, we have in Sawam medium.
Oh.
Right?
No, go in there, see.
No,
everywhere. Maximum pressure.
No, I'm not saying that it's ideal.
No,
It's nowhere
but
close
we have
to
those
ideal.
categories.
Yeah. Because Wuntumi, for instance, was taken to then some medium security prisons, not maximum.
Okay.
Right?
Lucky
so
him.
That classification is there.
Yeah.
But as to whether
or not it actually
it is on the ground, it's another conversation.
My point is that when you speak to a lot of the prison wardens, and you know every prison warden is a prisoner. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to us,
there's something.
Oh wait, every prison warden there was once.
No. He's just trying to euphemistically suggest
you are there with them every time.
Yeah, you're a prisoner.
You
pretty much
you eat their food, you sleep, because you need to tackle them. What irks me is when you see them walking around town with the prisoners. Those
yes.
It is so bad. I don't know who would say I want to be that, unless of course these are a special category of prison wardens. Because you see them walking or strutting along the road, long distances with these people, and they are walking in their boots. And I'm like, why do we do this? And you see the prisoners come to your car, flagging you, get something from. The whole mindset is so warped. I just don't get it. You agree with me that it's a dead country. You always agree with me that it's a dead country.
I don't agree with you.
Sorry, but it is a dead country.
Which one is a dead country?
I don't know how we've gone from prisons to arguments about
because when you see
country.
the things that happen to these people, look, they produce a lot of things also in there. They are taught carpentry, they are taught crafts and all those things. And I'm saying, what people would categorize as the low-hanging fruits. So these are people who have been incarcerated. They are somewhere. This is free labor for us, for them to do a lot of work, a lot of things. Much as they are being tutored in knowing and learning how to produce certain things, I think that is where we need to focus more. A lot of I saw they use the coconut fiber for doormats and floor mats and all those things. It is done in the prisons.
You see,
I see.
The part where all of the argument as to labor from prisons, you face strong resistances. A lot of EU markets, the US market, they are against using the labor of prisoners in production.
Oh, that is
but they also do it.
No, I'm just saying that it could be one of the resistance you face in terms of production and meeting demand and all of that. But generally, I mean, everything Patrice has said is very right. If I've received a message which even speaking about remand, for instance,
it's
persons
terrible.
who are on remand.
Terrible.
Look, we go from time to time and we talk about this, right? We'll talk about, the remand prisoners, something should be done about it, and all of that. But in reality, it's really sad.
You know what it's like in this life? If something feels so far removed from you, it's very difficult for you to sympathize, empathize until that issue arrives at your doorstep, and one day you too are facing a loss of your liberty.
Okay.
You don't take these things too seriously.
The remand. I know there's been attempts, justice for all, and all of that.
They now have courts in Sawam where
they try to
cases,
sit.
so they just rapidly deal with issues like that. So nobody stays there for long and all that. So if you're lucky and you have somebody in there, they can quickly push your case. It's gone through, and then quickly you are out because they believe the place is congested.
In fact, Patrice, next time you go, I want to
believable.
go with you.
Really, no problem.
I want to go with you. It's something
problem.
I'm interested in learning about. People say once you visit some of our prisons, you don't come back the same.
Oh yes, you do not. You do not, because you see the way they live and you ask yourself, it's quite dehumanizing. It's so dehumanizing. It's so it's bad. It's their washrooms are. You see, how much does it take for you to just raise block work for people to use as bathrooms?
So where are they using as bathrooms?
The same place, the same point. Some people even defecate on themselves inside the cells.
If you haven't eaten this one, is sorry.
Yes, because the point is this: the way they are arranged or misarranged. When you have a stomach issue and you are 30 meters, 40 meters away, and the people ahead of you do not want to allow you, you would never move.
Okay.
Because what's right for you to say what? No. So you just pee on yourself or you poop on yourself. It's very bad.
That's so dehumanizing.
And you see, very much dehumanizing.
Our prisons are dehumanizing.
Yes, and a lot of the prisons
let's not mince words about it.
Yes, they were not
all.
built for prisons.
Okay.
They were warehouses that were converted into prisons. So we don't really have places where they say I'm building. So a private person can do it and make money off government. You get it? I've built a prison. I've built a place. 100 rooms.
The thing is, nobody is paying attention to prisons, because you suggesting a private person, there are lots of individuals are building new estates, development. You see, it's until like we said, until it hits you, until somebody close to you and you have to visit the person there. Nobody walks around thinking about prisons. In fact, how much is allocated to them for feeding? I think at the last time I've checked was below 5 cities.
Yeah,
it's just recently been increased. The food is bad. Everything there is bad. Until a big wig, like to be then suggestion of prison. Then and for the politicians, when they go there after a week or two, they begin to get sick because the conditions are such that it will break you if you're not. Even for hardened criminals, it breaks them.
But the female prisons is much cleaner. The female prisons at Insawam is much cleaner.
Okay.
Yes, more serene and that kind of thing. I think that one. But for the men's side, Charlie, that one, the away. We can't sleep.
One thing which perhaps should have, I'm going to introduce is this community service bill, for instance.
Okay, yes. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I think my only disagreement with that is that it still doesn't deal with the petty crimes. So somebody steals
mobile phone,
mobile phone, plantain. Those persons are still liable for prison. It's dealing strictly with misdemeanors. So persons who go on social media and then they are insulting, all of these free speech related prosecutions, they rather get community service. I'm not saying it's bad, right? They should get community service. But for someone who went to steal a loaf of bread because they were hungry, that person should not be a candidate for Nsawam.
More so if they're first time offenders.
You understand? In this era, Parliament has gone on recess, but in the era where we've seen a lot of bills returned to the House and then they corrected, perhaps that should also be in that light, correct and allow for some of these petty crimes, right, be taken care of by community service. Let the persons clean, let them sweep, let them do something instead of having them go to prison because they sold a loaf of bread, a plantain, a goat, and all of that.
There's rice chicken driving Ghana's economy.
I think we can get into that now.
There's a demonstration being put there, and then there's tribunals. So the tribunals bill chicken. You see, rice chicken.
I think let's get the details of the rice
chicken. You want the rice chicken, Mrs. Madam? Please.
Let's get into the saga of rice chicken. Rice chicken. Without rice, you can't have chicken. Without chicken, there's no rice.
When I make
sometimes you eat it raw.
When I take a swipe,
with contemporary flour.
When I take a swipe, don't control me.
No,
because
I will.
A very volatile area.
I will control.
And I'll deal with
slow down. Slow down.
Yeah.
Don't give us information that you take a
Patrice,
swipe.
you're already.
Yeah, I'm already.
But you have to check your blood pressure.
Okay, I need to check.
You have to check your blood pressure.
I have a speedometer in the car. Should I bring it?
Please.
Should I bring it?
Please.
Should I?
I'm serious. Don't let Ghana raise your blood pressure.
No, it does not.
In fact, we'll check all our blood pressure.
Ghana does not.
On the show.
On the show, before the show ends today.
Who misinformed you?
Ghana does not raise my blood pressure. It is the media that raises my blood pressure.
Okay.
The
I
media
know he's
is
about to.
The media is one of the most terrible institutions we have in this country.
Hey.
And I mean it. I mean it, and I say it, missing no words.
So, Patrice, we're all on this table then.
Exactly. We're all on this. So that is the problem. So these things, Sam Jonah says what? UCC should not produce ready. I mean,
so must train problem solvers.
Go to the newspapers way back 1960 something, you will see similar stories.
That's right.
We're talking about rice chicken and all those things. Similar stories. What are we doing about it? We're here and we're cozy about call Kojo Upon Kruma, call Ejiji Tamakulu, call this person, call that person, and we don't hit them hard. We just speak to them normally, regularly. Okay, so this matter. No! Let us tell them that there are people who can do better jobs. Mention names of people who have achieved and done well. Let us stop all these things. The media, I think we cajole these people too much.
You say we pander to them.
Exactly.
We don't allow them.
Yes, we don't.
You know,
we don't.
Sometimes as and I agree with that message, Patrice, 110%.
Thank you.
Is that I want us as a people to get to the place where we understand that these individuals are working for us. It's simply because we all can't go into parliaments that we've decided that, okay, you said you can do the job.
Yes.
You came and, courted my vote. I've given you my vote or the mandate for you to perform. If you're not performing, I can say to you, my friend, you are not doing a good job, and it is what it is. But in our part of the world, I think we think it's the reverse.
For 8 years,
they are doing us a favor.
I'm just starting from 8 years. I could go back to 2001 and so on, and come back to Atamil's time, Mahama 1, and all those things. But you are in power. You're given the mandate to rule. You leave. You were not able to deliver. You leave. And then in 2 days, 3 days, 6 months, 4 years, you are telling somebody that you are not performing, you are not doing this, you are not doing that. Are you not tired of all these things? If I say tired of the nonsense, you would say that what I'm saying may be too harsh. No, but nonsense means it doesn't make sense. That you're giving 8 years, 4 years to plan a country, to plan the trajectory of the states. And you are telling me, this day and age, the last time I mentioned, National Development Plan is one thing that we need to ensure that a country moves in the right direction. When you're leaving home, you know that you're coming to work. You have been given your KPIs. So how come somebody that says, I want to rule a country, just comes at the behest of what they call a manifesto? A manifesto is what my account people will say, Bosiremutro. They just sat somewhere and wrote that, let's tell the people this. One district, one part. Let's do this, let's do that. Let's do that, let's do this. That is all what they say in the manifesto. And the media would interview these people based on the manifesto, which has no legal ramifications if they do not deliver. So wherein lies accountability that you are calling for? Wherein lies probity?
Mawena, let's check.
Oh, they brought the BP machine.
The way you are behaving now.
So Helen, let's get the details.
Patrice has laid that foundation. Now, whilst he gets his blood pressure checked by Johnny, I'm going to get into the details.
We have to.
No. We have to wait
No,
for him
as
to
as
reduce
he's
it.
checking, then we are getting the details of the show.
He has to.
But
I'm already in flight.
yes.
I'm high.
We are checking.
The
We are
BP is
checking
high.
the BP is high.
The BP is
What
high.
are the numbers? Too high.
No.
Okay.
You will not see it.
Whilst Patrice's pressure
Because he has to take his
reduces,
time.
let me actually dissect this story for you all. Again, it's in the Today newspaper,
Right,
captured
okay.
on page 3. Now, Ghana spent more than some 36.5 billion Ghana cedis importing food products in 2025. And let me tell you what we were importing: cereal grains, frozen chicken, and animal products. And they accounted for a significant share of that. Now, the latest annual International Merchandise Trade Statistics Report, a mouthful, by the Ghana Statistical Service, puts the value of food imports at 36.5 billion, highlighting continued dependence on foreign supplies to meet demand for key food commodities. And the key word here is continued dependence. If tomorrow these foreign entities say, well, we are shutting our borders for whatever reason, God forbid, coronavirus 4.0, 5.0 makes a comeback, we depend so heavily on the imports. What are we going to do for ourselves? And when are we actually going to just fend for ourselves? Now, there's a breakdown of that, of all the things that we imported. Processed cereal grain. Which one is the processed cereal grains? Well, the cereal that we have, the box cereal in the morning. So all the the one the kids like with a lot of sugar,
the cornflakes
Cocoa
and
Pops,
cornflakes,
cornflakes.
everything.
Okay, so that one was the largest. Hey, are we really eating a lot of these cereals like this? I guess for the students that go to school,
They are eating
they're
everything.
eating it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's in their Macintosh.
Wow. Then after the frozen, all the cornflakes, Cocoa Pops, all of that, frozen chicken ranked second. And then yemwadie.
Yeah.
Animal guts.
When Guinea went on make some noise,
Makes
drive.
frozen
Point
animal
in
guts, bladders, and stomach.
That's Yemadia,
Yemadia.
Ophiles and all those
Yes.
things.
So okay, Yemwadie also came
They
in
run about
at a
it.
So
cost of
cereals lead the way, right?
cereals lead the way. Then you've got frozen chicken,
Frozen
and then
chicken.
Yemwadie.
Then
We are importing Yemwadie.
DQ says runabouts and towels.
Oh
even,
my, yes.
even pork rectum is brought from the. I kid you not, from the US. From the US. No.
Slow down.
No.
No,
we are eating something. So
I want to know
Slow down,
where,
slow
because I've not heard that before. I'll be very honest. I'll be very honest.
Slow
we are,
down.
Patrice, we're
So-
importing
so-
pork rectum to eat.
Do you know what they eat? But even what people call the chofi, the chofi that you
Turkey
eat, take it till.
But
What
that
is
one is illegal.
Relax.
What is it?
Relax.
I mean, I want you to finish the
All right.
details.
Now, rice featured twice among the country's top food imports. So you've got the semi-milled or wholly milled rice, and then also broken rice. So those two types of rice, they came in tops. Now, other major food imports, Johnny, you mentioned it, sugar.
Yeah.
We've also got frozen fish, palm oil. We're importing a lot of palm oil, guys. Mango, and shea nuts. What we're using for shea butter.
We import that one too.
We import it.
My Dagman doesn't produce that anymore.
We are importing that. Now, the four leading food
I am
imports,
broken hearted.
the cereal, the frozen chicken, animal products, and the rice collectively accounted for 30% of Ghana's food import bill. Now, the figures underline the scale of Ghana's food import dependence, even as the country continues to expand agricultural production and promote import substitution. Now, let's talk about the export side. We
Right.
know what we were importing. What
Gold.
were we sending out? Okay, well, the report pointed to growing opportunities in value-added agric and agro-processing, with processed cocoa products, cashew nuts, tuna, and share-based products emerging as important contributors to Ghana's food export profile. So this is what we're supposed to be expanding on. When we talk about value added, we have the cocoa. Let's start making it fancy, making it sexy. You know, we have the foundation. We have the
something
creativity.
that we can also make money
Something that
out
we can
of.
also make money of. You go abroad and you pick up a nice fancy bar of chocolate. They tell you this cocoa was sourced from Ghana. What stops us from also packaging something just as sexy? Switzerland being the home
the
of
home of-
chocolate. I don't know how many cocoa trees that survive over there. But we have the foundation and we just send the beans raw, but we have the creativity. What are we doing? Share products. These days you see how it's packaged nicely with the body rubs, it's fragrance.
Contains shea butter. That is what it is. Every. That is the base. For
this should be the home of, you have, government can make, private individuals have the shea museum.
Are we working at it?
Then when Valentine's Day can we say chocolate day? I mean, this should
we
be
are just telling lies to ourselves.
The hub of chocolate. We should meet you at the airport with some kind of chocolates. You go to the chocolate museum. I mean, kids all over the world.
Canterbury was here. We didn't give any chocolate.
Any chocolate.
Really?
We're missing out.
But globally, your chocolate doesn't rank. Go online and check top 20 chocolates or 40 chocolates in the world.
But where do they source their cocoa from?
More sexy, more.
So let me tell you what is going to happen to you pretty soon.
To us, Patrice.
To us. Okay, great. Now, China is rapidly producing.
That's right.
And we are into galamsey. We are using heavy metals and so on and so forth.
That's right.
So they're able to categorize and say that the seeds, the cocoa seeds coming from your country is contaminated. Where do they move to? China. China will pretty soon become the #1 producer of cocoa. And they took experts from Ghana, paid them over $30,000 a month to give them more information as to how we're able to reach that level. And they have done it. And even when you see the way the Chinese dry their cocoa beans, it's just beautiful. They have railings, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They just drag them out, pull them out, and all that. After drying, they push everything in. Where do we dry it? On the ground.
It's on the ground.
Let me just give...
on the ground. On a sack. They put it on the sack and then dry it.
Dry it. Okay, on the ground. Let me just give you just give me 2 seconds of your time.
Yes.
Business and Financial Times. 16 August 2021. We are in 2026. I'll go back to 2001. You get it. Ghana's rice imports in the last decade, according to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, has hit a staggering $8 billion. We are going nowhere, my brother. We are going nowhere. So let me just rack your mind a little bit. I mentioned this thing. I gave a hint last time. When you pick the Constitution, it talks to you about who ought to be the Attorney General, and then the Judiciary, and then the Chief Justice. It states the qualification, the age, your integrity, and how long you should have served at the bar, and so on and so forth. It sets a certain standard for them. Beyond that, Ministry of Agriculture, do you see anything in that regard?
No.
Nothing. Ministry of Education, do you see anything in that regard?
No.
Ministry of Finance, do you see anything in that regard? So I am telling you that the Constitution is bereft of a lot of developmental mindsets that is supposed to transform this country. And those who set it up have set it up. What about those of us who are coming from behind? So why can't I say?
If I would disagree with you
hold on.
On the Constitution being where's my bag?
No. Let me just deal with a few things. So if we are able to be wise enough to say that the office of the Attorney General, the Chief Justice, the Judiciary is supposed to be so and so and so, if we are development oriented, why don't we focus on agric and our natural mineral resources and say, before you become the Minister of Agric, you must have this background, qualified by so, achieved so, done so and so and so. Before you become the head of Minerals Commission, you should be APCDNE. Before you become the Minister for Lands, Forestry and so, these are key sectors of the economy.
Do we not possibly stifle the potential that could come out of somebody who maybe, I definitely see more pros in having those roles defined by certain criteria. I definitely see that. Yeah. But what if on the off chance there's somebody who doesn't meet that strict criteria, but has demonstrated in life that they can do the job?
That is
transferable skills, for example.
That is experience. That is experience.
Yes.
So we may grant you that. But can we say similar of somebody who's supposed to go to the Supreme Court or somebody who could become Chief Justice? We will say no. The reason when Tokonu was Chief Justice, some people were like, there were seniors, people who everybody knows that these are erudite guys who should have taken the position. So my point is that if we're clear about certain institutions, because we believe those institutions work well, or they're supposed to, what about the other institutions? So for us, we are saying that The judiciary should be the key one.
Yeah.
Executive should be the key one. Parliament, and then possibly you could say the chieftaincy institution. But then the rest of them, you know, let us put things there tacitly so that everybody would know that before I put up my hand that I want to be the Minister of Finance, I should have achieved AB, I should have done this, I should have done that. Then we know that whoever is going there is well guided.
Now, Mawana, the reason why I would agree with Patrice, because I know you were lacing your boots to disagree, is that we've done it the freestyle way, and it's not benefiting us.
Yeah.
So that is what lends me to then agree with Patrice on that front, is that if we've done it in that particular way and it's not yielding the results, then maybe the role should be defined. For the finance ministry, is there no I think, is there no qualification that must be met?
You should just have finance background, or you should be an economist. That's all.
I think
for somebody like what's his name? He was an engineer, and then he did his masters in Osafo Mafo. Yeah, he was an engineer, and then he did his masters in economics. Or then he was finance minister.
Right.
You get it. So look at I won't say the late. Sorry, what's his name? The one who's in the US. The US citizen now.
Ken Ofori-Atta. You've forgotten him so
Sorry,
soon.
no. I mean, I had to. Yeah, but my point is this. So look at him. On what basis was he made Minister of Finance?
The president read out his brief before he was appointed.
You get it? And did we think that among the lot, he was the principal head? Look at what he's done to the economy, or what he did to the economy. You get it? People hue and cry about it.
Here's where I would disagree, right? And I do not disagree because what Patrice says is not the truth. That there is a special need for attention for all the critical sectors of this country, and that persons who are put there must carry a certain level of expertise. I do not disagree with that at all. The only thing, perhaps maybe not a disagreement, but an add-on will be that the fact that someone has a background in something does not mean they are the best person to lead or drive change within that space. Right?
Yeah.
The fact that someone has...
But that's not the basis of my argument.
No, yes. I'm just... That's why I said I will not call it a disagreement. I'll call it a build-on.
Right.
So I even changed what I was saying. Right. Now, when you go into the Constitution, which is like the document, there's a directive principles of state policy, which guides and directs what... In fact, when Akufo-Addo then, and before he became president, was arguing free SHS, people were pointing him to the Constitution. Oh, it's been taken care of by the Constitution. All that is left is to implement it and all of that. So to say that the Constitution doesn't provide a guide in any form, I would disagree with you. And
based on the directive principles,
you see,
you know the reason I would also shoot it down. There's something hanging around the directive principle of state.
What I would say,
know what is hanging around it
in relation
is it justiciable or not?
Those are legal theoretical arguments,
but
right?
The reason it is being argued against is that for and against is that directive principle of state policy. Is it incumbent on anybody to apply it or not to apply it? So you have to read that in tandem with other articles.
Which is a fair point.
Yes.
Now, allow me to proceed in making the argument. That's why I say it's a theoretical legal argument.
But it's the best for us.
Not and the reason why I will proceed on this tangent is that not everything is captured by the Constitution.
No, it can't.
That's why there are subsequent and this. I'm very happy that all of you have a certain level of understanding when it comes to legalese. All other things will emanate from this. All the other laws have to do is they must be in conformity with this document, which is the Constitution. So the excuse cannot be that, the Constitution has not provided a way for which we should develop. and all of that. We've been here. We've been having conversations.
But we don't behave as though we have the capability of expanding the tentacles. That's where then we have to now spell everything out, because we are not behaving like people who can take that foundation, expand on it, and do the right thing.
We've been here. We've argued about a national development plan.
Yes.
And the fact that we don't have one.
We don't have one.
I've seen Agenda 2057. Which will mark exactly 100 years since independence.
Oh, please.
Right? The question which ought to be asked and asked very honestly is whether there is a general understanding of leadership in developing the various sectors. That we all can sit around here and say the answer is no.
Yeah.
Because when you take agriculture, for instance, and it's one area. What I've been seeking to do over the last few days and the weekend is you take Agenda 2057. I take the NDC manifesto on agriculture. What does it say? What does the two documents say? Right, in relation to developing the agricultural sector? Because the story which is bringing about this conversation emanates is centered heavy on agric, poultry, cereals, sugar,
everything,
pretty much
everything,
right?
Everything.
So I asked myself, what is the grand plan with regards to agriculture? We've had Feed Ghana.
Yes,
we're supposed to provide food, this, that, in great numbers. It will do this, it will do that, and all of that. How is that revolutionizing agriculture?
Nothing has been. There's no blueprint. For me, that is the point. There's no blueprint.
When you go into the ministry,
yes,
what is the central riding theme, plan to revolutionize agriculture?
There is none. That is why I tell you that a state without a plan is dead. A state without a plan, because if I should ask you, where is Ghana going in the next 5 years or 10 years, what would you tell me? I bet you, if you should ask the chief of staff or the president where Ghana is headed in the next 5-10 years, they can't tell you. Because there's no plan on which we are all running. Walk into any ministry and ask the minister, or go into any agency and ask the person who is heading it that in 5-10 years, where are you seeing your institution, your agency, your ministry? Nobody can say it. And it is just trite knowledge, my brother, that without a plan, you cannot function. Everybody needs a plan. Go to Toyota in Japan and ask them what plan they have. They can lay out everything to you. China did the same thing. They planned over years using Kwame Nkrumah's model. And my point is that why are we failing to have a plan to guide us? Is it because it is going to ask us to account for everything that we so believe that we are capable of doing or not capable of doing? We don't have a plan. And Ghana hasn't got a plan, so Ghana is not going anywhere. So Ghana is a dead country.
Oh, I disagree with you. So Agenda 2057.
You brought this Agenda 2057.
No, because that's the National Development Plan.
There was agenda. Is it 2000? Agenda something?
No, you see,
Vision 2020.
You can argue about
we are in
2026. So what I can speak to,
what happened to Vision 2020?
I cannot speak to what happened to Vision 2020. I can speak to Vision 2057.
If you had felt it, you would have known.
2057 comes.
I'm speaking to.
We'll speak about it.
I'm speaking to Vision 2057.
According to who?
The National Development Plan by the NDP.
They developed it for who?
Right? It's on their website.
They developed it for who?
And I'm going to compare a few things, elements within agriculture.
Look,
right? Okay. What Vision 2057?
Patrice, what was the blood pressure when they checked?
What Vision 2057 is seeking to do?
You just have knowledge of the names of people in your home,
right?
Or within your community. To what extent? You come and say, "Oh, I know people who live in my community. I know there's Phil. I know there's Marina. I know there's Johnny. I know." You know them, so what? Tell me that I know Phil is the Secretary of Ecological this. I know when it comes to neurosurgeon this person is this. I know Mawena is economist, finance this. I know them, and he's capable of doing A, B, C, D, E in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5. Then we know. Otherwise, we'll spend too much time playing ping pong with these people.
Yeah,
they will come in today and say this. They will come in because you were at the helm of affairs when you were given power of authority in this country. You were not able to achieve it. Somebody else comes, you are criticizing. The person also leaves. He goes out, another person comes, they criticize. What kind of life is that?
So Agenda 2057. and there's a reason why I keep going back to it. Because I mentioned that I've been trying to compare, right?
Yeah, please.
At least this is the one document we have in terms of a developmental plan by the time we turn 100 as a country. And then I'm comparing
Dr. Nimwe Thompson's 40-year development plan.
I'm comparing it with what the NDC manifesto says, and then we'll look at whether or not they are doing.
Before the NDCs, we said that we're going to divide this into a 10-year plan
and break it down. And all of
we
that.
didn't do that.
So, value addition. What does the Vision 2057 say? That it frames structural transformation as moving Ghana from primary commodity exporter to a processed goods economy. Manufacturing, taking a share of GDP, must increase substantially by mid-century. So by the time we turn, perhaps 75, right? Because next year we turn 70.
I have a new council. Council has asked you a question.
Next year we turn.
Are you inspired
70.
by what is written?
What is written is there. What is the NDC's plan?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because the vision is to have us increase value addition by the time we turn 100.
Right.
Okay.
That is the plan.
Okay.
The rest of the individuals who are winning elections, what are they doing to achieve this?
Set plan. Okay.
So tell us.
What do they say about it?
So the NDC targets agro-processing and value chain development: cocoa, palm, cassava, tomatoes, cashew. Ghana First program establishes agro-industrial zones in all regions. That's what the NDC promised.
Okay.
Agro-industrial zones will seek to add value to agricultural products. When we look at this, then now you can ask yourself, okay, Agenda 2057 says our share or GDP, right, in terms of value addition on GDP must increase by the time we are 100.
Does it give us a percentage by which it should increase?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't do
because
that.
I think that should be more tangible. If it says that share should be something like 30%,
that's central
then
point.
we can even interrogate what the finance minister takes to Parliament. And you say, listen, according to our national plan, 30% of your GDP must be put towards value addition. But you've brought a bill here, or that says 5%.
Look,
then we tell them, go back.
It's a fantastic point you make.
If you look at that 40-year development plan developed by Professor Nimwe Thompson's committee, it talks about very exciting plans, laudable. Are we working at it?
No.
We are not working at it.
We can't.
No. We look, I still don't find it pleasurable that we know that we can plant maize, corn, rice in 3 months, harvest it, and we're still importing it.
Thank you.
If you ask me, it still doesn't make meaning to me.
But Mauna, I like this tangent that you're on. I think we need to.
No, because there's a bit more.
We have to bring the people who are leading us to the center. Look, we have seen the military.
I will always disagree with you on that.
Look.
In fact, sometimes I'm not even counting on
we
this,
are not a dead country.
We are not. We cannot be.
We are a working country. Getting at it. But look, Helen, we need to get to the center and find those we have elected to manage our affairs, or not. We are not supposed to allow them to mismanage our affairs.
How many times have you heard this?
And by saying so,
yes,
by saying so,
Yes.
if you pay your taxes,
Yes.
or if you elect somebody, you must be able to say, Patrice, I elected you to be my member of parliament.
Yeah.
Work
I'm not
for
seeing
me.
your shoe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show me your scorecard.
Yeah.
Once you leave the person to say they are running amok and they are no, it doesn't work.
No, we
Come
need
to the
them.
center.
We need to tackle
and let
them.
it work. Where are state farms? Where are they? Helen's daughter has to eat mori cocoa. Where's the mori to do the cocoa? That's the whole point.
Hey,
yeah.
as always,
bring us to the center.
Your grounds are growing. So Leslie Arthur, she's CEO of Cubica. Cubica is an oil and gas company, and she says she listens to you. So we thank that. And so to Samuel Ewul and Kwabna Mensah Nyako, they are the heads of Buena Vista Homes. Yes, Buena Vista.
Captain Diamenu says I should say. Captain Diamenu says I should say good morning to you.
Oh, really?
And then also we have
Patrice, what
Gode.
is this?
It says I should say good morning to you as well.
Yes, okay.
I won't add the other messages, but I'm saying that we have all seen how the military, 48, 49 engineers, regiment. They are clearing the road. We have seen it. Why can't we have other ministers, MCs, DCs do the same diligent work? Why can't we have it? Like Mutala will wake up. Mutala will wake up and wear his white shirt and come. No, but shirt the white shirt. No, but pumping.
Hey, look, Ashtrako crew. Good morning to you guys. You love 3FM and we love you too. So keep listening to us, all of you at Ashtrako.
Why are you wearing my trousers on?
Patrice, again, I
shirt?
ask, what is this device?
Oh, it's just something that I found interesting.
You bought it from Temu?
It's
yeah, you just write, and so you see, I can just clear this like
I
that.
see.
But
You bought it from Temu or what?
no, not Temu. Yes, electronic slate. So I can just write LN here like that. Yeah.
Technology.
Technology.
Nefe.
But we have not been fair to Helen.
Okay.
So she has given us a gift.
Oh yeah.
We have to give her a gift.
Yeah, we should.
Yes, we should give her a gift.
What do you suggest we do?
For blessing us to. She has to say what she wants. Hey, before you overbill.
Hey.
Before you overbill.
Right. So we'll get into all those details after we return.
Relax. We'll do sports. Mutala has to contribute before you overbill.
So you allow sports, and while sports is ongoing, Johnny.
After the break, I will not.
You say you do it the way.
I shall not.
How we do it, meet me there.
I will.
He said how we do it.
So that's the team with the newspaper review. Mutala Yakubu is next with the very latest in the world of sport. It was defeat for us yesterday, right? When the Black Queens suffered a defeat against Cameroon. 1-0. We scored twice, all was chalked off by VAR. A bit disappointing, but not lost, right? Well, it's not all lost for us in terms of what we look forward to. A few messages as well. This conversation is very important and we must not end on 3FM. We need national development plan where every government will follow. Agenda 2057 sounds sweet, but are they following it the way they should? Ebenezer in Lagos sends this one. We simply do not set KPIs for our public institutions and hold leadership accountable. If people continue to enjoy huge salaries and allowances in government setups despite making huge annual losses, then nothing will change. CEOs and board directors of most government agencies receive salaries way above the average salary range for public and civil servants, but run these institutions down. Valco workers are rioting against private sector involvement simply because they know a private supervisor will not continue to pay them when the company is not yielding profits. This one is sent by, let me just check. Okay, no name. Okay, no, so that's Dr. Madame Takura sends this one in. So this one is from Bright Elikem inside Dansuma. Says, Helen, my son Elliot says he has missed you. He says you're welcome and he's happy to hear from you. Good morning. He returns to say, disagreeing with Patrice about describing the country as a dead country, and I mean we do not agree with him. We're tuning in big inside Kaswa. Kudos to you all. That's Juliet in Kaswa. Let's get you into sports right now. Mutala is here. We'll do sports. We'll return with a bit more for you here on the show.